Corin Hale had survived firefights, crashes, oxygen failures, and starvation over 6 years of wandering the outer fringe. But nothing prepared him for this. Sitting in a cold alien interrogation room while a telepathic girl read the thoughts he didn't want her to see. The room was dim and metallic, softly humming with unfamiliar energy. He couldn't move much. His wrists were pinned by shimmering restraints that felt like solidified light. Across from him stood the alien girl. Young. Maybe his age. Tall, slender, with pale silver skin and bioluminescent markings pulsing faintly along her cheeks and temples. Her eyes, stars above, those eyes, were bright violet and unsettlingly gentle for someone who could delve through his mind like an open data pad. "Your thoughts are unusually loud," she said softly. "Humans, you think in colors, emotion, noise. It's fascinating." Corin swallowed. "Can you, maybe not listen to every single one?" She smiled slightly. "I can't help it. Your mind brushes mine like waves on the shore." He tried desperately not to think of how beautiful she looked, which, of course, only made that exact thought echo louder. Her markings glowed brighter. A suppressed laugh shimmered through her telepathic presence. "You find me attractive," she murmured. "Deeply." He turned bright red. "That wasn't I didn't." She stepped closer, boots whispering against the metallic floor. "Do humans always feel so much embarrassment? Or is it because I am reading you?" Corin clenched his jaw. Anyone would be embarrassed if someone rummaged through their head. She tilted her head. "Then I will be gentle." Her voice was calm. Her aura warm. Not hostile. Very unlike the rumors about the Ethery Empire. Telepathic conquerors known for crushing military outposts in hours. "Why am I here?" he asked at last. She hesitated but answered. "You were found exploring near our sovereign space. My people believe you are a scout for an invasion." Corin laughed bitterly. "Humanity's barely able to defend its own borders. We're not invading anyone." She nodded slowly. "I know. I can feel your sincerity. But the High Council does not trust my judgment." She stepped closer, her fingers ghosting over the restraints. "So, I must prove there is nothing dangerous inside you." He sighed. "Fine. Just try not to peek at the embarrassing stuff." Her lips curved. "But the embarrassing parts are the most human." His heart stopped at the way she said it. Middle. A bond through thoughts. Over the next hours, maybe days, time felt slippery under constant telepathic scrutiny. Corin learned her name. Lyri. Princess of the Ethery. Heir to a psychic lineage stretching back centuries. And somehow, ridiculously, unbearably gentle. She read carefully now, only touching surface thoughts, letting him feel the telepathic equivalent of knocking politely before entering. "You think strangely," she observed during one session. "When you remember pain, you laugh. When you recall loss, you make jokes. Why?" "Because humans break," Corin murmured. "So we learn to bend instead." She touched his mind. Warm. Curious. Deeply sad. "You have lost much." "I've lost people. Places. A home I barely remember." He exhaled shakily. "It's easier to keep going than to feel all of that." Lyri nodded. Her eyes softened. "You are not like the others they've captured." He raised a brow. "How many others?" "Enough that they expected you to fear me." She looked down at her glowing hands. "But you do not fear me." Corin swallowed. "Should I?" She leaned in, her voice brushing against his mind like silk. "No." Lyri's silent presence stayed with him constantly, warm, steady, and increasingly attached. She began bringing him food from her own rations. "She unlocked the restraints because I trust you, even though doing so broke 3 protocols. She even let him see parts of her own memories. A lonely childhood in a palace of crystal towers. Strict instructors. A destiny chosen before she was born. You don't like being royalty, he noted after one glimpse. I like duty, she corrected, but not the coldness expected of me. Her violet eyes turned to him. You feel everything intensely. Humans live loudly. It is refreshing. He gave a small laugh. You say that like it's a good thing. It is. She stepped closer. It makes your thoughts warm. Corin blinked. Her closeness made it impossible not to think of how beautiful she looked, which, of course, she immediately sensed. She didn't pull away. Instead, she reached out and touched his hand. No restraints, no psychic bindings, just fingers brushing skin. You think of me often, she whispered. He tried to look away. Couldn't. Yes. And your thoughts are not fearful. I'm not afraid of you. Her markings glowed brighter, like rising emotion. Good, she breathed, because I find your thoughts comforting. Something changed between them that moment. Silent, unspoken, but unmistakably real. The council intervenes. Their fragile peace shattered when the chamber doors hissed open and 3 ethery guards entered, followed by an elder with swirling golden tattoos. Corin straightened instinctively. Leary stepped in front of him. Princess, the elder said, your report is overdue. Has the human confessed? He has nothing to confess, she answered firmly. The elder's eyes narrowed. Your emotions cloud you. Leary's voice dropped. My judgment is sound. You have let him touch your thoughts. It wasn't a question. It was an accusation. You have formed an attachment. Corin felt a cold wave of dread. Leary. She shot him a look. Don't speak. He is harmless, she insisted. Humanity poses no threat. That is not your decision. The elder pointed at Corin. This one will be extracted. Corin's breath caught. Extracted? What is that? Leary lunged forward. No. Extraction will kill him. The elder's eyes flashed. Step aside, princess. No, she said. Her markings flared. I won't lose him. The guards moved. Leary reacted instantly. Telepathic force slammed into them, sending armored bodies flying. She grabbed Corin's wrist. Run. The hallway spun with alarms. Leary pulled him through crystalline corridors, her psychic energy slicing through security locks like paper. They'll hunt us, Corin warned breathlessly. I know. Leary, why risk everything for me? She stopped just long enough to meet his eyes. Because I've seen your heart. A soft pulse of emotion wrapped around him. Warmth, longing, fierce protectiveness. And I like what I found. His chest tightened. Leary. Footsteps thundered behind them. She pushed him into an escape pod chamber. Get inside. No. I won't leave you. Her hand cupped his cheek, warm, trembling. Corin, I can defend myself. But you? Her voice broke. They will tear your mind apart if they capture you. He grabbed her hand tightly. Come with me. Leary smiled, a sad, luminous smile. Your people aren't ready for me. Before he could protest, she leaned in and pressed her forehead to his. Their thoughts meshed, briefly, beautifully. A kiss made of minds and hearts. Go, she whispered. Live loudly. She triggered the pod. The doors sealed. Corin pounded on the glass. Leary. Her final words echoed through the telepathic link as the launch sequence fired. I will find you again. And then he was thrown into space, ending the promise across the stars. The escape pod drifted for days until a passing human mining vessel picked it up. Corin spent the next weeks recuperating, replaying the memory of Leary's touch, her voice in his mind, her smile as she saved him. He gave a vague report to the Terran Alliance, nothing that would expose her or the E3. But late at night, when the ship was quiet, he would feel a faint warmth brush his thoughts. Soft. Familiar. A whisper only he could hear. "Corin, I'm coming." One night, while staring at the stars outside the viewport, a streak of violet light appeared, like a ship silently sliding out of warp. Not Terran, not hostile. A familiar telepathic voice filled his mind, overflowing with emotion. "I told you. I like your thoughts too much to stay away." Corin smiled, heart pounding. He didn't know what the future held. War, peace, exile, or something entirely new. But as the alien craft descended, he felt a rush of warmth. A bond that had survived distance, politics, and fear. She had found him, and this time he wouldn't let her go.